One of the top NFL prospects in college football this year is Ohio State defensive lineman Joey Bosa. We met Joey back in 2012 when he was an All-American at national powerhouse St. Thomas Aquinas. But we also met his brother Nick, who's entering his freshman year.
I was born to play football, so is he.
3 years later, now it's Nick who has the reputation as a dominant defensive lineman at one of the nation's top high school football programs.
He's definitely a beast, man. Every time I go in the weight room, he's in there. Coach Letty almost has to kick him out of the weight room sometimes.
Nick's a stud. Nick is, definitely the best defensive player I've ever played against. He's in that backfield in, one short breath. So it's a great experience playing with Nick, and just it gets me ready for the game because no one's coming faster than Nick.
From a tangible standpoint, Nick has an imposing presence. He's 6'4", he's 265 pounds. He's extremely athletic. He's built like a barbarian.
Football runs in Nick's family. His father John and his uncle Eric Kumaro were both first-round picks of the Miami Dolphins in the 1980s. But Nick has learned a lot from his brother Joey over the past few years.
We were always close, but he was always a bully. We had our good times, and then we had our times where we hated each other for a long time. But then once we grew up and once I started to play with him, go to school with him, that's when we really became close.
As a dad, I'm truly blessed to have sons that are really close and are best friends. I think that's a wonderful blessing, and it's really a great thing. They went through the normal things, big brother picking on the little brother kind of thing, but I think football brought them together, and certainly the 1 year sharing the field here at St. Thomas was fantastic, and it's just as they've both thrived, Joe's been a great help to Nick, and they've just really become close.
Nick has been a 4-year starter for the Raiders, and that's a rare feat at a program that's routinely one of the nation's best. Last season, he was the leader of a dominant defense that allowed 7 or fewer points in 13 of its 15 games, and it surrendered a grand total of just 20 points and 5 playoff wins on the way to a state title.
Our defense last year was stacked. I love that defense. That was probably my favorite defense I played for. This year, it's a completely new defense. I can't say that it's anything like our defense last year because it's not, but it's definitely a good defense, and I'm excited to play.
Nick has a great mindset. He makes exceptional decisions, and that's kind of where it starts. He wants to ensure that he's perceived in a positive light by his peers, and he doesn't like disappointing anyone. So his work ethic in the weight room is unbelievable. He has a motor that doesn't stop. He gives a tireless effort in everything that he puts his mind to.
While Nick is known for his hard work in the weight room, he also works hard as a student to maintain a 4.0 grade point average.
I mean, he's a straight A student, and he's had over 4.0 for, I think, over 3 years now. His freshman year, he was right there. Very organized, very businesslike, and gets things done.
I'm not like a bookworm or a super smart kid. I just do what I have to do to get the grades because that's what I know I have to do. And I know it's important in the long run.
With Nick being at a place like Aquinas, John Bosa is happy just playing the role of dad and letting the coaches handle the football side.
I'm pretty much a dad. I've never been a coach for them. I've always been a support, but I've really never took the role of really coaching them. We've been blessed to have them in programs that have great coaches, so I kind of leave that alone. I'm more of the supportive dad who gives them, the work ethic they've gotten, I think is just been something that, I'd like to take credit for a lot of the success that they've had, but it's really a credit to their work ethic and kind of their focus.
After Nick tries to win a 3rd state championship in his 4 years at Aquinas, he's following the path of his brother to Columbus. While Joey may be gone to the NFL by next season, Nick is looking forward to joining the Ohio State program.
Yeah, I've always been a Buckeye fan because my uncle went there, and Joey actually wasn't much of a Buckeye fan, but after he visited with Coach Meyer there, he knew it was the place to be. But now just being able to commit there and actually be part of the dynasty that Coach Meyer is creating, it's nuts. so excited for that.
The nice thing is he's following his brother. It was never, there's no sibling rivalry thing, so that it never was a worry for him kind of filling his brother's shoes or following in the footsteps. I think he has all the potential in the world, but there's a big difference between how you become a football player with your gifts, and he certainly has the work ethic, and he certainly has the ability to go up there, get coached, and his career will be his career. But I certainly know that he'll put in the time, work hard, and he'll have excellent coaching. So it'll be a lot of fun and more trips to Columbus.